Welcome back to Beyond Belief. In the vast tapestry of spiritual and historical heritage, there are countless legends, tales of sages, warriors, and kings. Yet among them lies a story so mysterious, so elusive, that it feels less like history and more like a whisper carried across centuries. This is the story of the nine unknown men, a secret society said to have been created more than 2000 years ago, holding the most powerful knowledge ever known to humankind. The origins of this legend trace back to the time of Emperor Asoka the Great, around 270 BCE. Asoka, once a ruthless conqueror, transformed into a patron of peace after the bloody Kalinga War, where thousands lay dead on the battlefield. Horrified by the destruction he had unleashed, Asoka embraced Buddhism and devoted his life to dharma, non-violence, and truth. But beyond his public reforms, another story suggests that Ashoka also sought to protect humanity from itself by guarding dangerous knowledge too powerful to be misused. According to the legend, Ashoka created a brotherhood of nine unknown men, each entrusted with a book of sacred and scientific wisdom. Their mission was simple but profound: to safeguard these secrets, develop them further, and ensure that such knowledge never fell into the wrong hands. Each man was a master in his field, but their identities were hidden from the world, known only to the emperor himself. Their existence became one of India's deepest mysteries. What are those books? Stories vary, but ancient accounts describe them as covering extraordinary subjects. One is said to have contained the secrets of propaganda and psychological warfare, knowledge capable of controlling entire populations. Another was believed to hold the science of biology and life itself, including ways to create or manipulate living organisms. A third dealt with alchemy and transmutation of metals, the pursuit of turning base metals into gold. Yet another contained the principles of gravity and anti gravity, describing methods of flight that predated modern aviation. Some books reputedly dealt with cosmology, light, communication, and weapons of mass destruction, the kind of knowledge that, in the wrong hands, could end civilizations. The nine were said to pass their guardianship down through generations. As one member died, another was chosen in silence, ensuring that the circle of nine remained unbroken through time. They were not bound by caste, creed, or region, only by their ability to guard wisdom beyond imagination. They lived quietly, scattered across the world, blending into society, never revealing who they truly were. And yet, their influence, some say, shaped human history in subtle ways. Throughout the centuries, stories emerged of sudden scientific breakthroughs, unexplainable discoveries, and mysterious figures who appeared at a crucial moments. Could it be that breakthroughs were guided by the hands of nine? Did they, from behind the veil, nudge humanity forward while preventing it from destroying itself? Some point to advances in medicine, metallurgy, and communication as glimpses of knowledge leaked from their hidden books. Writers and scholars in modern time have brought this legend back into the spotlight. French writer Louis Pauwels and Jacques Berger, in their book The Morning of the Magicians spoke extensively of the nine unknown men, suggesting that they might be one of the most powerful secret societies in the world. Others compare them to groups like the Freemasons or the Illuminati. Yet the nine seem far more ancient and purposeful, less concerned with politics and more with the preservation of human destiny. But the question remains, were the nine unknown men real, or are they only a myth created by a vast conspiracy where the story is alleged creator? That the nine represent humanity's inner guardianship and wisdom, reminding us that some knowledge must be handled with caution. Believers, however, point to scattered accounts across centuries, claiming that such a brotherhood exists even today, quietly steering the course of humanity, protecting us from ourselves. Imagine for a moment if the legends is true, if even a fragment of this knowledge exists, hidden away in ancient manuscripts, it could change everything we know about life, science, and the universe. Yet the wisdom of the nine suggests a lesson. Knowledge without wisdom is dangerous. Perhaps it is not that they fear human progress, but that they fear our immaturity, our tendency to use power for destruction rather than creation. As we look at the world today, with all its technological marvels and at its deep imbalances, the story of the nine unknown men feels more relevant than ever. It asks us, are we ready to hold sacred knowledge responsibly? Or do we still need guardians who protect us from our own hands? The mystery of the nine remains unsolved, whether real or symbolic. They continue to capture the imagination of seekers, historians, and mystics. Maybe they walk among us even now, disguised as ordinary teachers, scientists, or monks, silently carrying their books, waiting for the moment where humanity is finally ready. And so the legend endures as the reminder of both our potential and our responsibility. For perhaps the greatest secret of the nine unknown men is not in the books they hold, but in the wisdom they teach. That true power is not in processing knowledge, but in knowing how and when to use it. And as always, thank you for watching. It's beyond belief.